Making headlines, the redistricting standoff continues as Democratic lawmakers from Texas are in Illinois speaking out against the GOP counterparts. Governor Pritzker says his office stands with the Texas Dems, accusing Republicans of using the maps to give themselves an advantage in the upcoming midterm elections. But Republicans are continuing to call out Democratic leaders.
It's my Democrat colleagues that fled the state to go hide behind Governor Pritzker. They're not mad that states are engaging in redistricting to maximize partisan political advantage. What they're mad about, but they won't say it, they're mad that a Republican state is stepping up and doing it.
Representative Harris also saying Democratic states have engaged in gerrymandering more than Republican states. With the redistricting standoff making its way to Illinois as Texas lawmakers are in Chicago, Republicans are now pointing at Governor Pritzker and his 2021 law that remapped districts in the state. News Channel 20's Mark Hespin spoke with a political expert about the makeup of Illinois' congressional maps.
It's 179 miles, or about a 2-hour and 45-minute drive from the University of Illinois Champaign-Urbana campus to East St. Louis, Illinois. And yet, if you are in either place, you are represented in Congress by Illinois' 13th district. Illinois' own congressional maps are now front and center as Democrats offer their support in the conflict over Texas Republicans redrawing their district maps during an election cycle. Politics expert Ken Redfield says the accusations of gerrymandering fit Illinois maps well.
There's no question that, what the Democrats drew for the 2022 election that will be in place for the next, for this 10-year period is a brutal partisan gerrymander.
Illinois lost a congressional seat during the last redraw, and Redfield said this impacted how Republicans were represented.
Illinois has 17 congressional districts. 3 of them are held by Republicans. And 14 of them by Democrats. I don't think there's any question at all that this is a very partisan gerrymander. When they drew the map, they squeezed about as much partisan advantage out of it as they could.
I asked Redfield his thoughts on the 13th district being oddly shaped and stretching from Champaign to East St. Louis.
To create that district, you stitch together all of those different pockets of Democratic strength.
Redfield tells me that the Democratic majority in the General Assembly in Illinois means they control how the maps are drawn. Congressional maps are redrawn by states after every census to account for population changes. Redfield says before the maps were redrawn after the 2020 census, Illinois had 10 Democrats and 8 Republicans in the House after the 2016 election. Now that number is 14 Democrats to 3 Republicans.
Now, we reached out to Governor Pritzker's office to ask if the governor thinks the state's current congressional map fairly represents voters and who is to blame for Illinois receiving an F grade from the Princeton University gerrymandering project. Well, the governor sent a statement responding to our first question saying only, quote, "It is aligned with the Voting Rights Act," end quote. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20.